goal behind supportive housing is really to keep people in their home for as long as necessary, as long as they want. For some people, they live in supportive housing for forever because that's how successful supportive housing can be, and that's where people find not only the supports that they need to keep them housed, but they also find a sense of community. The difference between somebody who would be entering a Housing First program and maybe going to one of our supportive housing sites like Wapanachuk, Waskahegan, Morningstar, is that those are individuals who, maybe they've tried the Housing First program and for various reasons were unsuccessful, and that can be anything from guest management issues, additional support with their health was declined and they were unable to manage it by themselves in their home. They could then get a referral to a supportive housing site. We're able to then bring in those supports for people in-house to help them maintain their housing. We also have our Sakita Kikinau Women's Flexible Housing. It's more of a shared living accommodation, so everybody that lives there, we have either single suites or we have dorm style suites where you can share with a roommate. And it really is that entry point for women who have struggled with housing in the past. We have some individuals that stay there, for 3 months, they're feeling stable, they're feeling good, and then they get connection to somewhere else like a market housing apartment, or maybe their next goal is treatment, and so they're supported in going there. There's staff there 24/7, but you still have to be able to do everything independently on your own. So there's a shared kitchen there, there's shared laundry, so it really is that community style living. For a lot of people, that's what they desperately want, is that community, that connection, and they found that there at Sakita Kikinau. And then we also have our Sandy's Place bridge housing. It came out of the idea that there needed to be a bridge between somebody who's experiencing homelessness, whether that's they're sleeping rough and they're living in an encampment, or maybe they're staying shelter, between that point and the time that they're housed, because it's really difficult for a housing worker to be able to find somebody that they're working with, to be able to meet with them on a regular basis to ensure that they're getting to their viewings or getting to their appointments. So bridge housing is kind of that in-between, where somebody who is connected to the Housing First team and is going to be housed in a market housing place can go to Sandy's Place and start to stabilize. They have caseworkers there that are supporting with cleaning and with laundry. So not doing it for the people that are there, but saying, hey, the expectations, we do weekly home inspections. The expectation is that your space is clean, that it's maintained, and if not, we can teach you how to do those skills. And so it really has been quite successful in bridging that gap for people from homelessness to now being housed, and allows people to be more successful. The housing journey is just that, it's a journey. There's no one path. It's a continuum of care. The most important thing that we've learned is that there has to be variety, there has to be options. There isn't a one-size-fits-all approach to housing. That's not going to solve all of our issues, but there has to be an ability to enter and exit freely from various housing programs without restrictions, without timelines, in order to ensure that people are housed in environments that are meant for them and not them trying to fit into a housing environment. It's really important when somebody comes to access housing at Boyle Street that we're getting a really good understanding of who they are, of the supports that they need. Our staff at Ogamau Piesugamic will know them. They'll be able to give them the housing options that we have. They'll also be able to be connected to other programs and services who can also complete referrals and connect them to our housing teams. Everybody is deserving of a home. Supportive housing creates communities. It provides access to healthcare. It provides access to mental health supports, to substance use. It provides reconnection to culture. It provides reconnection to community.